Hey guys, my name is Sean, and this is my 2019 Tesla Model 3 Performance with the full self-driving package purchase. I am on Navigate on Autopilot, so I'm merging onto the freeway now. This is the second half of the trip where I took a trip yesterday across town. This is me recording my trip back, and so I just got onto the freeway. I'm still in the right lane, and I do have to get off here shortly because I need to merge into a different freeway. This is my first trip on this freeway going this route, and so I didn't know if it was going to stay in the right lane or left lane. It looks like it took the right lane, and then as I was in the curve, it actually made that suggestion to go to the left lane, and I gave the confirmation. It went on the left lane. I didn't expect it to do that. Most of my experience has been Tesla doesn't really like making lane changes through curves like that, but this is the first time I've seen it do that. And so I'm going through downtown. I need to merge onto another freeway in about 4 or 5 miles here before I can head on my route home. These are always a little tricky with cars merging in. You don't never know when they're going to cut you off, but Tesla does a pretty good job of slowing down. So it did slow down there. No issues there. It moved me one over because those two right lanes are going to merge onto a different freeway or an off-ramp. And it looks like I'm coming over one more time here. So at this point, I'm probably 3 or 4 miles out before I need to merge. Maybe even a little less than that, maybe about 2 to 3 miles out before I need to get back on the right lane to merge onto the other freeway. And this is going through downtown Sacramento. Oops, I knocked the camera. Full self-driving, or my experience lately, and it might be because of less cars on the road, but on the last 3 trips that I took across town, I've had zero disengagement, right? I haven't had a situation where I needed to take control or Tesla was beeping at me to take control. And so everything's been super successful so far compared to maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, where I think my experience has been when I was taking a trip to work, I would have to engage several times. But here, like these last 3 trips that I've taken, they're all pretty smooth, and so it's starting to merge me to the right lane. My exit is coming up. And I think for the most part, Tesla does a pretty good job with like cars cutting in front of you for the most part. So I'm not too concerned now. Here I'm kind of playing with my dials because the car to the right, it looked like it was gonna cut me, and so I wanted to speed up a little bit there, but it ended up staying in that right lane. It took this curve without any issues. My hands were on the steering wheel just because you're always a little cautious, but S curves are no issues for the most part. And then it's got to merge at least 1 or 2 lanes here. Traffic is going pretty smooth. My max is set to 10 over the speed limit, and 10 over the speed limit here is 75, just so I don't have to get out of lanes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's set to 75, but most of the time you're cruising in traffic, and traffic's usually at about 60 to 70. It's taking me over a couple lanes. It makes me stay out of the carpool lane just because I don't have that turn on. And the rest of this trip is pretty smooth, and actually maybe too smooth here. I just kind of, sometimes when you have Navigate and Autopilot on, you're like daydreaming or thinking about other stuff, and the car is just kind of doing what it needs to. I put my hand on the steering wheel once every minute or so. Some people keep their hand on the steering wheel the whole time, but for this example, I try to take my hand off the steering wheel just so you guys can kind of see when the hand's on the steering wheel, when it's not. It's a good thing, but man, this is really uneventful, right? I'm in this middle lane or the fast lane, and it's just staying with traffic, going up and down with traffic. There's no issues. No one's really cutting me off. That truck just kind of cut the guy off in front of me, but it's not causing any issues to me. Everything is going really well here. No issues so far. So as you can see here, the car on the left is moving really fast, and if I was actually in the fast lane and I was kind of slowing down the traffic, and if I had a car come up right behind me that quick, Tesla would have moved me over to the right lane to allow that car to pass and then move me back into the fast lane again. I've seen that on a couple different occasions. I'm not in the fastest lane here, but if I was, Tesla would have done that for me. So far we've traveled about 20 miles or so, and we're coming up to my exit, and I'm almost there. But as I'm approaching my exit, it seems like Tesla's been keeping track that I haven't been paying attention or putting my hand on the wheel so much, and so the notification came up and say it's not going to allow navigate on autopilot anymore. It's not going to allow adaptive cruise control anymore or any autopilot, and so I had to cancel it. And as soon as it canceled, I kind of took over, and this was my exit anyways, and so I got off the road. But so far, this was a very successful trip through Sacramento, from West Sacramento to Elk Grove. I went to a couple different freeways. Tesla was able to navigate me all the way through, and I didn't have any issues until I just didn't have my hand on the steering wheel enough, and Tesla told me to stop. Thanks for watching. Bye.